Emily Osment and Jesse McCartney were two of the brightest stars around. They were both busy with their careers, but their friendship was something special in Hollywood. One spring, they decided to escape their hectic lives for an adventure. The world was bursting with color, flowers blooming, fresh air, and sunlight everywhere. Emily and Jesse wanted to explore nature and make new memories away from the spotlight. Their plan? The Spring and Flowers adventure with 4 walls, a mysterious, exciting challenge. They didn't know what to expect, but they were ready for anything. The adventure promised puzzles, nature, and time together. They packed their bags, full of excitement and curiosity. Spring was the perfect backdrop: tulip fields, cherry blossoms, and gentle sunshine. Emily and Jesse were eager to dive into this world of color and life. With comfortable clothes and a sense of wonder, they set out. Their adventure was about to begin. The 4 walls were a total mystery. No one explained what they were. Emily and Jesse wondered, a maze, a garden, or something else? The only clue: the 4 walls would test their minds and friendship, not their strength. The adventure was split in 2, first in 2006, then 4 years later in 2010. Why the gap? It made the journey feel magical, almost like time travel. They'd visit 2 walls in 2006, then return for the next 2 in 2010. The suspense grew as they imagined what challenges awaited. Jesse guessed escape rooms with spring themes. Emily thought it might be a metaphorical journey. Maybe the 4 walls were about personal growth, not just physical spaces. Whatever the truth, they agreed to face it together. Their friendship was their greatest strength. The 4 walls adventure was about to reveal its secrets. They were ready. On May 26, 2006, their adventure began in a hidden garden. In the center stood a roofless room, the first wall, covered in ivy and white roses. The challenge: write a song about their hopes for the future. Jesse strummed his guitar, Emily hummed, and together they wrote about dreams and friendship. Their song was simple, heartfelt, and full of hope. The second wall was bright yellow, covered in daffodils and tulips. This time, they faced a memory puzzle: arrange photos from their lives in order and draw missing moments. They laughed, reminisced, and drew silly backstage memories. Solving the puzzle, they found a small box with a single seed and a note: plant this and wait. They didn't know what it meant, but took the seed with them. Their time in the first 2 walls was over for now. The experience left them inspired and closer than ever. The garden faded behind them, but the adventure was far from finished. They wondered what the next walls would bring. The seed was a mystery, waiting to grow. They left, already looking forward to returning. 4 years later, on June 5, 2010, they returned, older, wiser, and still best friends. The garden and the 4-walled room awaited. The 3rd wall was deep blue, adorned with lavender and irises. The challenge: listen to their old song and reflect on how their dreams had changed. They wrote about growth, pressures of fame, and finding their true voices. Sharing their thoughts, they realized how much they'd supported each other. The 4th wall was vibrant green, alive with moss and ferns. The final challenge: plant the seed they'd kept safe for 4 years. Together they dug a small hole in the garden's center and planted it. As they worked, they talked about hopes for the future and the strength of their friendship. The act was symbolic, a promise to nurture their bond. The adventure had come full circle. The garden felt more magical than ever. They knew this experience would stay with them forever. The 4 walls had changed them. The 4 walls adventure was more than a day out. It was a journey of self-discovery. The first wall taught them to hope and dream together. The second wall reminded them to honor their shared past. The 3rd wall was about growth, accepting change and learning from it. The 4th wall was about the future, planting the seed as a symbol of their ongoing friendship. Each wall offered a lesson: dream big, remember your roots, embrace change, and nurture what matters. Their friendship grew stronger with every challenge. The adventure showed them that life's most important lessons come from within. They learned to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. The 4 walls became a metaphor for their lives. Together, they honored the past, lived in the present, and planted hope for the future. The garden was a living reminder of their growth. The adventure's lessons would last a lifetime. As the sun set, Emily and Jesse stood by the spot where they'd planted the seed. The Spring and Flowers adventure with 4 walls was over, but its impact was lasting. They'd faced challenges, shared memories, and grown closer than ever. Their friendship had blossomed, stronger and more beautiful than before. The 4 walls gave them space to be honest and vulnerable. They left the garden hand in hand, grateful for the journey. The adventure reminded them what truly matters: friendship, growth, and staying true to themselves. They were ready to return to their busy lives with a new perspective. The four walls had been mysterious and wonderful. Sometimes the most important discoveries are about yourself, and it's always better with a good friend by your side. Their friendship was in full bloom, brighter than any flower in the garden. The adventure would always be a part of them,